Hi everyone, it's me Giovanni, and today I just wanted to make this video. I don't know why. I thought that maybe I would do it tomorrow, but I want to do it now, so anyway, here it is. So, remember when I said to leave Gypsy Rose alone already? I finally understand why people are suddenly hating on her. They want her to be an influencer, to be a celebrity. But you have to know that we're all human and that we have flaws and we're not perfect. And when someone showed their flaws, people get angry at them because they're not acting in a way that other people want them to. And I just feel like that's just not right. I said in these two videos about Gypsy Rose Blanchard, of how I knew her story, how she was manipulated, trapped by her mother. She suffered Munchausen syndrome. She suffered Munchausen, you know, I can't even say the exact illness, but you might obviously know from Gypsy's story about that certain illness where a caretaker fakes their children some illness to make them sick to for attention, and that's just not right. And Gypsy wanted to escape her mother, and the last thing that she had to do was to murder her mother. But she didn't actually commit the murder. It was her then boyfriend Nicholas. He he already wanted to kill Dee Dee, and Gypsy planned it. And when Nicholas arrived, it was already too late for Gypsy. She had to do it. She just had to do it because it was already too late for her to change her mind about it. She did her time. She pled guilty. She did her time. She broke up with Nicholas. She found someone else and married them. She did, like I said, like I said twice. She did her time. She's now she's out of prison. She's on social media. Sometimes she's already done interviews, and the last one was a podcast. People said that her husband looks like Gypsy's mother, Dee Dee, or that Gypsy's husband is supposed to be her brother, which is weird, like really weird. And those were just made up. Those are rumors. And I saw a video of Christian Potenza, who used to voice Chris McClane on Total Drama, and it turns out that the allegations involving him essaying his own daughter was false. It was made up by someone who he never talked to ever since, like, years ago. He only talked to that woman for like 2 years. And for some reason, she just made up this entire story of how someone whose appearance is similar to Christian Potenza sexually assaulted people, drugged them, hurt, physically abused them, and stuff like that. And that's just really sick. One of the comments spoke to me, how this person hates modern day social media because of let's just say it's just about accusations and stuff like that. And in a way, I understand. But at the same time, I think it's half right for me because, in a way, that's not why I hate modern social media. It's because, especially now in the decade of 2020, especially with modern slang, it's because of people's negative outlook on representation, even though we already had representation before previous decades with people of color, sexuality, disabilities, body types, and all that stuff. I mean, they're common now. Oh, and gender identities. But anyway, I also remember talking about the Little Mermaid live action movie, of course, including Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And even though it's not bothering me again, I still want to say that I really don't know why people hated Halle Bailey's Ariel. And it turns out that Halle Bailey's Ariel was the first ever black mermaid, not including the one that was shown in the Little Mermaid television series, where it involved another character who was deaf. She wasn't actually black. She was Latina, I think. But Halle Bailey's Ariel is the first ever black mermaid, and I like that. And I have nothing wrong with existing white characters being changed to people of color. Besides, those characters can coexist with their original counterparts, especially in like different alternate universes or multiverses or like timelines or stuff like that. It's fine. I have nothing against that. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can change the character's appearance. You can change the story. Whatever. That's fine. You know, I just felt bad for Christian because he didn't deserve that harassment. And that person who made those accusations about Chris deserve karma. They just deserve it. I don't know why they're not in trouble yet. It's just disgusting. People just make up whatever they want and they don't get in trouble. They just hate people or stuff, and I just don't know why. It's stupid. It's really, really stupid. And actually, during the weekend when I was at my nana's, I was talking to one of her friends at the consignment shop. There's this woman who has her own barbershop. Her name is Christine, and let's just say I'm gonna say this, my Nana doesn't like her because she says that Christine is a drug addict and that she smokes. And well, I mean, when I first met Christine, I heard that she was a lesbian, and when I actually talked to Christine, when I saw her again, I told her about it, and she's not a lesbian anymore. She has a boyfriend, which is great. And my Nana told her that Christine is actually bisexual, and that's okay. I don't mind. But anyway, Christine was a really nice lady, and I also talked to my Nana, especially about my emotions, how I'm sensitive, and my feelings about how I was feeling about certain things. And her friend Melody, who works at the consignment shop, and Melanie's friend Paul actually understood me. And that Paul was amazed about how I was aware about my own emotions, about my feelings, and I was surprised. I was thankful for that. I really liked that. You know, my Nana told me, I can't remember, but All I know is that I I want most people are friendly, they're nice, and I would want I would still want that. I would still want people to be nice, to be friendly, to be respectful. And like I said about the Little Mermaid live action movie, I told someone about this multiple times and I feel like they're just a jerk. When I feel like someone's being a jerk, it makes me hate them. It makes me think of violent things. It makes me want to kill them. To make them disappear. It hurts me. Because they don't understand me. They don't understand how I'm feeling. I mean, in a way that they do, because they also feel the same about how they have a they had a bad they have a bad temper, and how when I talk to them about how some of the things that they said hurt me, they understood of how they might have thought that um, maybe what they said were a little harsh, but they still act like a jerk because of the topic that I keep on saying to them. Now, like I said some time ago, that Disney did a blind casting for the Little Mermaid live action movie. They weren't looking for a Pacific woman of person of color. They weren't looking for a white woman to play as Ariel. They wanted someone to embody the personality, the character of Ariel, and for someone to sing. And Halle Bailey stole that performance without any other woman or girl auditioning. She was the first one to ever sign on to the audition, and she just took the part. I would also remind you that Halle Bailey was a fan of The Little Mermaid the original when she was a kid. So I obviously might know that it would have been a dream for her. Also, I just want to say this. I just want to say this again. People still think that Ariel's hair wasn't red enough for the live action movie. And I was completely annoyed by it because I I am not blind. I am not deaf. I can clearly see with my own eyes and hear with my own ears about everything. I saw that Ariel's hair is not realistically red or ginger, and she should have not been played by a white woman or a natural redhead. That's not how it works. Ariel's hair is not a natural red color. It's a cartoonish shade of red. And any red hair color for Halle Bailey's Ariel can can go well with her skin tone regardless. I don't care. Just as long as she looks good. Okay? That's all. But anyway, I also wanted to say that I watched The Walton Falls 4, and I liked it. I thought it was going to be about Sophie discovering her past, but it wasn't. It was about continuing the um, um, Walton Falls 2 and 3 storyline from Susan Woodings and Charles, especially with Felix, of how it turns out that Felix actually talked to Jack Walton and Rosemary about what happened to their children, and Jack and Rosemary hate Felix now. And how Susan died, and how Bon is Bon is confirmed to be possessed either by Jack Walton or a demon or some sort of entity. I don't know, but mostly probably Jack Walton. Not sure, but anyway. I'm still unclear about what happened to Jack, how he went missing and stuff like that. I'm still unsure about that. But anyway, that's all that I wanted to make for this video. Sorry. Like I said, I've said in some videos that I thought of saying what I wanted to say, but when I actually do the video, I just blurt out stuff, and I'm sorry. Anyway, bye.